feel like a king, oh yeah. Baby, can't help but stare. Such a rush, baby. Oh, will you touch me, baby? Such a rush, baby. Will you love me, baby? Ladies and gentlemen, guys and dolls, cats and chicks, you're listening to Viva ENT. We are live on the radio in Seattle. This is Johnny the Capo, and I'm here with my favorite producer in life, Mr.
It's Eric, CC Ryder.
Right. I like it. That's cool music, Eric. Where'd you get that from?
I got it the same place I got that nickname from.
That's right, CC Ryder, baby. Now, Eric, last week we had Nino Tempo for a whole hour. Wasn't that something?
Yeah, what a show.
Oh, my God.
He's got so many great stories. We often say, you should write a book, Nino. And, of course, as it turns out, that he's thinking about writing a book. And I hope he does, because he's got, like we say, so many fantastic stories about the rock and roll era. So, stuff about working with Phil Spector, Sonny and Cher. I mean, come on. The Wrecking Crew, he's part of the Wrecking Crew.
Righteous Brothers.
The Righteous Brothers, oh my gosh, yeah.
It's
amazing because when you think of that era, his name doesn't necessarily pop to mind, even
That's
though
correct.
He did have some hits, but just the way he was interconnected with all these huge successes is amazing. It's a great story.
He did say that, he did say on our radio show that had he had better management, he thought that, and of course, he probably might have went further.
Yeah.
But what really was the big damper was the British invasion.
Yeah.
Because
music styles change.
I was there, man, at the time. I was 12 years old when the British invasion hit. And overnight, it changed. Everything changed. Styles, the world.
Well, I mean, it's such a rare thing to have the success that he even had. I mean, he had some big hits along with April Stevens, his sister, and they duetted on several songs that were big hits, like Deep Purple, of course, the most famous of that, but he had quite a few others. And a talented saxophone player.
And pianist.
Yeah. And so his sax and piano is on quite a few records that you wouldn't necessarily think, oh, that guy.
That's the guy, man.
It's that guy.
That's the guy. Yeah, and also, I'll tell you, it was like really cool to talk to him about the people that he really admired in the business. Bobby Darin, Glenn Campbell.
Yeah.
I mean,
Glenn Campbell, of course, part of the Wrecking Crew himself before he had his solo success.
Right. That's correct. That's
amazing guitar player. Even if you're not a fan of his country twang, you can't deny the guy was super talented as a guitarist.
Yes, and as far as the country twang, you're right. He did have it.
Yeah.
But he was one of those very special artists that were lucky enough
tremendous crossover success
to go to the pop charts.
Yeah.
He did a good job of doing that, because a lot of them don't, and he did.
Yeah.
So anyway, you're right. I wish I'm thinking about, someone should write a book on Nino, really.
Yeah, well, he should write that book, but
I don't know about that.
If he's having trouble getting started, well, of course he should talk to our previous host, Coach Debbie, because she could help him with that. But
oh, really?
Yeah, but also
give me her card.
He could work with a ghostwriter or something,
right?
Because I'd hate to see those stories lost when he, somewhere far in the future, when he passes on. But
those are the kind of stories that really, I'm intrigued by. I have been intrigued by since I was a kid.
It's pop culture history.
It is something else, really. It really, really is. Now, Eric, I got to tell you, do you know much about the Temple Theater in Tacoma?
Speaking of history, the Temple Theater is a gorgeous historical theater in Tacoma.
That's correct.
Downtown, kind of straddles the Stadium District and downtown. Fantastic venue. Several different venues within one. It's like a convention center as well as a theater, and it's a very cool place.
Well, I'm lucky enough to be associated with that venue, and I'm actually the guy that if you want to do a concert at the Temple Theater, I'm the guy that you talk to.
Nice.
And that's kind of cool.
Yeah.
And I can't make this official announcement today, but
here we go.
Here we go. Here we go, baby. Here we go. There's good news on the horizon, and the Temple Theater, I predict, is going to do a whole mess of concerts very soon in a very short period of time. And, even though the Temple Theater has been around for years and years, actually the building was built in 1926, man.
Wow.
But there's going to be big things happening there.
That's fantastic. Tacoma is really becoming a center for nightlife and entertainment.
I've always liked it.
But you got to admit that it certainly had its down periods, and now it's on the up and up, and so many great venues operating down there now, of all different sizes.
Yeah.
So it's very cool to see the Temple continuing to be part of that.
Well, Eric, it's nice for you to say that because there is a lot of kind of hip spots in Tacoma where, there's a good night crowd there in the Tacoma area.
Yeah.
And now the Temple Theater is going to be, I predict, in the next 3 to 4 months, a name that people are going to be talking about a whole lot.
Well, very cool. I can't wait to see the lineup of events and concerts.
I didn't say that, but okay, you did.
Well, you said you predict many concerts are going to be coming.
Okay.
Yes,
oh my God.
So I can't wait to see what you guys have in store.
Well, we do have something in store. I can't make an official announcement, but
you'll have to tell me off air.
When it happens, it's going to be big.
Because I live down there. I live.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where do you live?
I'm in Tacoma, so
Yikes.
I'm fairly close to the Temple.
I didn't know you lived in Tacoma, pal.
Yeah, T-Town for life.
No. Oh my gosh, you're killing me. Tea time for life is great. So now, Temple Theater, big things happening. Great artist on our show last week, Nino Temple. Man, he talked about Bobby Darin. And you know who else he talked about? John Lennon.
Yeah.
We had a conversation about Lennon, and it was like,
now,
yikes.
didn't Nino play on one of Lennon's albums?
Well,
or there was some.
I thought so, but
Okay.
on our last conversation,
Uh-huh.
it sounded like Phil Spector brought Nino up to New York to do the
That's right.
session. Yoko was kind of like doing everything, and that's a fascinating story right there. And Nino was brought up as the arranger for the album, but not a lot happened with that. Interesting, isn't that? Very, very, very interesting.
Well, he can't work with everybody, but he did meet John Lennon, and they hung out. I remember him talking about that story.
Yeah, there was strange times, I think, for Lennon drinking and having fun, and all that stuff in New York. But anyway, what else is going on with our show today?
Well, we've got a classic interview with Wanda Jackson coming up at the half hour, and Wanda recently made the news again this week because she's been touring since she started back in the 50s.
Right.
And she has finally decided to retire from the road.
I heard that.
So that
I heard that.
Apparently she's having some health problems, unfortunately, so we wish her the best, and what a perfect time to revisit this classic interview. from back in 2016, I believe it was.
Okay, cool.
With Wanda.
Man, that's a great interview, and
she's known, of course, as the Queen of Rockabilly.
That is correct. I made a post on my group Facebook. If Wanda is the queen, who is the king? And there's no question in my mind, it is Elvis. I don't know. Can we get a quick snippet of "Good Rockin' Tonight" by Elvis Presley? If you can, that'd be great. Otherwise, we might go to commercial with it. We're going to hear a word from our sponsors, and also, folks, Eddie Redmond, my pal, my buddy, is going to be on our show after the commercial break. And I tell you what, he's a good guy, and he's a great guy to talk to, and he's a little bit of a ham, folks. So can't wait to get him on the show. Meanwhile, back at the ranch, there you go. This could be the first rockabilly song of all time.
Well, I heard the news, that's a good rockin' tonight. I'm gonna hold my baby as tight as I can. Tonight she'll know I'm a mighty, mighty man. I heard the news, there's good rockin' tonight. I say, oh, meet me in a hurry behind the barn. Don't you be afraid that I'll do you no harm. I want you to bring along my rocking shoes, 'cause tonight I'm going to rock away all the blues. I heard the news, there's good rockin' tonight.
This is Johnny the Gangster with Viva Productions, King of Entertainment, one-stop shop for all your entertainment needs. We have DJ service for weddings, corporate, and private events. Thrill your guests with Vegas Nights Casino Party, blackjack, craps, roulette, poker, and more. We also have event photography and limousine service. Call Viva Productions 206-542-5733 or find us at viva-productions.com. A little less conversation, a little more action, you got it. Call Johnny the Gangster. I'll make you a deal you can't refuse.
Life's a celebration. Grand Event Rentals makes your event their top priority. They are your full-service, special event, and party rental provider, supplying everything you need from start to finish. Their professional sales team and event staff work with you to create your dream event. With every event, Grand Event Rentals customers' needs are the most important. Whether you're planning an intimate outdoor wedding or an elaborate black tie gala, the Grand Event Rentals specialists make great pride in providing our event planning experience to help create an unforgettable event. Please go and visit the Bellevue showroom, Grand Event Rentals, or make a one-on-one appointment. Talk to them. They're trained, they're knowledgeable, they're event specialists, and they are going to take you through step-by-step everything that you need to make your day a success. Call Grand Event Rentals. Their number is 425-462-7368, or go to grandeventrentalslaw.com.
Brides, do you want your big day to be stress-free, perfect, and stay within your budget? Well, Brides Club has all the inside information to make your dream a reality. Go to bridesclub.com. That's bridesclub.com. See upcoming bridal shows and events, view wedding vendors and special offers. And don't miss The Spotlight, the premier online wedding magazine with valuable articles you can't afford to miss. Brides Club helps make your wedding stress-free and perfect. Go to bridesclub.com. Check out bridesclub.com. Attention business owners, experience a new world of business with barter. The Saturn Barter Company, located in Tacoma, is one of the most beneficial business decisions you can make. Using Saturn Barter, you are able to sell your products or services to other members of the exchange. You can then use that credit you've built up from your sales to purchase the products or services you or your company needs from other companies within Saturn Barter, all without the use of cash. Contact and join Saturn Barter Club today, 253-212-9930, or online at saturnbarter.com.
Like us on Facebook, facebook.com/1150kknw.
Soft, dirty man, been a causing trouble ever since the world began. Oh yeah, ever since the world began. A hard-hitting woman is a thorn in the side of a man. Now Adam said to Eve, listen here to me. Don't you let me catch you messing around that apple tree.
Oh yeah. World began. Well,
Wanda Jackson, hard-headed
right.
woman here on Viva ENT. You know, we went to the break with Elvis doing good rockin' tonight, and we've got Wanda Jackson coming up at the half hour with a classic interview from the show. And just you can compare the sounds there of rockabilly legends.
Well, Wanda Jackson.
And doesn't that song, maybe it's just me, but it definitely reminds me of Let's Have a Party?
Well, actually, to tell you the truth, it's nice that you brought that up, but Hard-Headed Woman was the number one song for Elvis Presley, and it's from the movie King Creole. So Wanda got her inspiration to even sing rockabilly / rock and roll from Elvis. And her first song that she recorded was Hard-Headed Woman, which is a Lieber Stoller song. And I'm pretty sure it went to number one in 1958. So now, Elvis's inspiration with Wanda actually put her into, because before that she was singing country, like most artists were of the day. So Elvis was the influence on her, and her first hit record was "Hard-Headed Woman," and it was big too. It was a big record. So, can you play a little snippet from that again, just for kicks?
Of Wanda?
Oh, yeah, "Hard-Headed Woman." That was cool.
Yeah, let me bring that back up.
Yeah.
Ever since the world began, oh yeah. Ever since the world began. Oh, 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 oh. A hard-headed woman is a thorn in the side of a man.
Sound a little bit like Brenda Lee.
Yeah.
The Brenda
there's a
Lee
little bit
type
of that,
sound. Yeah. But anyway, that was her biggest. That was probably. Correct me if I'm wrong. I don't think it was her biggest hit, but it was absolutely a smash hit for Wanda. Put her on the map to the Rockabilly Hall of Fame, and the rest is history. So, what do you think about that, CC Ryder?
No, I agree. Amazing singer, amazing performer. Definitely earned the title of Queen of Rockabilly.
Yeah, I think so. And Rockabilly, they got this thing in Vegas now. Have you heard about it? Viva Las Vegas Rockabilly Weekend.
I haven't heard about this. This sounds interesting.
It's a group on Facebook, and I guess I'm not real sure, but it's all about the Rockabilly era, and people and I think people go to Vegas to go to these events. And I'm not real sure about it, but I promise our listeners that I'll brush up on it. And everybody shows up in Vegas, and they all show up at a particular hotel. And it's like a little rockabilly rock and roll weekend.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Do they do that at the Hard Rock?
I think they do it. I don't think the Hard Rock is there anymore. But
shows how much I know about Vegas.
well, I'm out of touch myself, but I think it's at the Gold Coast Casino, which is off the Strip Hotel. But anyway, it's kind of cool, and if you guys are rock and roll fans, join the group. Viva Rockabilly Weekend is what it is. I'm on it. Also, join my group, Viva ENT Talk Radio, Rock and Roll, 1955 to today. And I have a lot of fun talking about the rock stories, and I have a lot of fun bringing on these fabulous interviews that we've had. Eric, I don't know how many, but there's got to be 100, 150 interviews, you think?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, all legends.
All legends of the era for sure. And I'm pretty sure that I'm going to get Mike Stoller back on the show.
That would be amazing to follow up with him.
And
it's been several years now.
Yeah?
But that guy. Yeah, so many great stories, along with people like Nino. Just totally interconnected with all the success of the golden era of rock and roll.
It was funny that Nino told that story. He's on the elevator in New York, never met Phil Spector, but he knew Mike Stoller, and Mike Stoller introduced Nino Tempo to Phil Spector. Well, and the rest is rock and roll history, man. That's really cool.
Yeah.
Really, really cool. So I am going to call up Nino, who's my pal, And I'm going to beg him for Mike's number.
I believe we have Mike's number.
You kidding me?
No, we do.
Oh,
So
my gosh.
I think we can hook this up.
Oh, you text me, I'll text you. Anyway, yeah, Mike. Mike Stoller would be the guy for sure. And so, are we going to try my buddy Eddie one more time? Just for kicks, let's see if we get him on the radio with us. I would love it. And Wanda Jackson, the interview that's coming up. Oh my gosh, there was a couple of times she got a little feisty with me on the interview. At that time, I owned a limousine company, which I was trying to offer her a ride from the airport to, wherever she wanted to go in Seattle, and she misunderstood understood me for sure. And anyway, I did my best to be sweet with her.
Sometimes, it's easy to have confusion, with a long distance call. And,
Yeah.
All the craziness.
My
of doing
voice
a live
is
radio
my
show.
voice is a little raspy, to say the least. So anyway, Wanda Jackson on the half hour. I made that special announcement about the Temple Theater. It seems all of a sudden that the casino party theme and the casino party games are catching on so much that it's getting popular even past the holiday season. Casino entertainment in the past has gone, phenomenally successful on December's and January and June for the grad parties. But all of a sudden, people are really starting to catch on to, hey, why can't I have a little party in my backyard with blackjack, craps, and roulette? And I'll tell you why I'm saying it, because Vegas Nights, my company that I own, 206-276-7592, we're booking all these parties all of a sudden in off-season months. I love it. So remember, casino tables, blackjack, craps, poker, roulette, money wheel, pie-gow poker, whatever you want. Go to viva-productions.com, Vegas Nights, and the contact number is 206-276-7592. Ask for Johnny the Capo. I'll make you a deal. You can't refuse. Now, Eric, help me out with this now. We got Wanda Jackson coming on.
That's right.
And do we have any Wanda Jackson type tunes in keyed up, ready to go?
We do. In fact, we played Elvis's version of
Hard-Headed Woman.
Well, we played Elvis's version of Good Rockin' Tonight.
Oh, I love that. I love it.
So I thought we'd play Wanda's version of that very same song.
Yike. Let's do it.
How about we play a little bit of that right now?
I love to hear it.
I heard the news, there's a good rockin' tonight. Well, I heard the news, there's a good rockin' tonight. I'm gonna hold my baby as tight as I can. Tonight I'll know he's a mighty, mighty man. I heard the news, there's a good rockin' tonight. He said to meet me in a hurry behind the barn. And don't you be afraid, doll, I'll do you no harm. I wanted to bring along my rocking shoes. Tonight we're gonna rock away all our blues. I heard the news, there's a good rockin' tonight. Hit it! Well, we're gonna rock. We're gonna rock. Let's rock. Come on and rock.
You're listening to Viva ENT. This is Johnny the Capo. You know, that was fresh.
That was fresh.
It was fresh.
In fact, that was actually only recorded 13 years ago, I believe, 2006, when she did that. And, of course, made famous by Elvis, but originally written in 1947 and released by Roy Brown, I believe.
think
Is that
48,
right?
47, 48. I'm thinking 48. But, you know, I'm really surprised that her voice sounded so crisp on that song. And, you know, the gal's been singing since 1958. I think Hard Headed Woman hit in 58 for her.
Yeah, she is 81 now. So,
Yeah,
you know.
she's been on the show, man. I'm going to try to get her back on, and she's going to be on the show today. This is a Viva ENT, the best of classic interview. Wanda Jackson. I'm on the show. I don't know if Brad Buckles is on the show, but he might be. But we know Jerry Osborne is.
That's right.
There's no question about that. Ladies and gentlemen, please stay tuned to Viva ENT, bringing you the classic rock and roll interviews of all time. And I'm proud to say Wanda Jackson is our guest. Thank you so much.
But moving and a groove is gonna satisfy my soul. Let's have a party. Let's have a party. The rain's singing to the score. Let's buy some more. Let's have a party tonight. I never kissed a bear. I never kissed a goose. But I can shake a chicken in the middle of the room. Let's have a party. Let's have a party. The rain's singing to the score. Let's buy some more. Let's have a party tonight.
This is Johnny the Gangster with Viva Productions, King of Entertainment, one-stop shop for all your entertainment needs. We have DJ service for weddings, corporate, and private events. Thrill your guests with Vegas Nights Casino Party, blackjack, craps, roulette, poker, and more. We also have event photography and limousine service. Call Viva Productions 206-542-5733 or find us at viva-productions.com. A little less conversation, a little more action, you got it. Call Johnny the Gangster. I'll make you a deal you can't refuse.
Life's a celebration. Grand Event Rentals makes your event their top priority. They are your full-service, special event, and party rental provider, supplying everything you need from start to finish. Their professional sales team and event staff work with you to create your dream event. With every event, Grand Event Rentals customers' needs are the most important. Whether you're planning an intimate outdoor wedding or an elaborate black tie gala, the Grand Event Rental specialists make great pride in providing our event planning experience to help create an unforgettable event. Please go and visit the Bellevue showroom, Grand Event Rentals, or make a one-on-one appointment. Talk to them. They're trained, they're knowledgeable, they're event specialists, and they are going to take you through step-by-step everything that you need to make your day a success. Call Grand Event Rentals. Their number's 425-462-7368, or go to grandeventrentalslaw.com.
Brides, do you want your big day to be stress-free, perfect, and stay within your budget? Well, Brides Club has all the inside information to make your dream a reality. Go to bridesclub.com. That's bridesclub.com. See upcoming bridal shows and events, view wedding vendors and special offers. And don't miss The Spotlight, the premier online wedding magazine with valuable articles you can't afford to miss. Brides Club helps make your wedding stress-free and perfect. Go to bridesclub.com. Check out bridesclub.com. Attention business owners. Experience a new world of business with barter. The Saturn Barter Company, located in Tacoma, is one of the most beneficial business decisions you can make. Using Saturn Barter, you are able to sell your products or services to other members of the exchange. You can then use that credit you've built up from your sales to purchase the products or services you or your company needs from other companies within Saturn Barter, all without the use of cash. Contact and join Saturn Barter Club today, 253-212-9930, or online at saturnbarter.com.
Giving local voices a chance to shine. Alternative Talk 1150.
I never kissed a bear, I never kissed a goose, but we can shake a chicken in the middle of the room. Let's have a party. Woo! Let's have a party. Send them to
Ladies and gentlemen, guys and dolls, cats and chicks, you're listening to Viva ENT. And if you've listening to our show for the first time, do we have a special surprise for you? Because we keep rock and roll alive here in Seattle at Viva ENT. We have been so lucky to have the greatest artist of all time on our show week after week after week after week. This is Viva ENT. I'm Johnny the Capo. I'm your host. I'm here with my co-host, Mr.
Brad Buckles. Good afternoon.
Brad, the Beatles fan, Mr. Wedding Guru Buckles of Seattle. My wonderful producer, Mr.
It's Eric C.C. Ryder.
C.C. Ryder. Our special guest today is
Annette Jackson.
Annette Jackson. And, of course, we have the big O on the radio today. And he has brought to our listeners here in Seattle one of the most famous entertainers in rock and roll history. My God, I can't believe it. Jerry, would you please take charge?
I would like to say, in 1971, I was emceeing some shows in Phoenix, Arizona.
I'm listening.
And headlining one of those shows was Wanda Jackson. And she and I became acquainted at that time. And then we didn't see each other for a long time.
Wow.
But in 2008, she was doing a concert right here in Port Townsend, where I live.
You got to be
out
kidding.
at Fort Worden. And so naturally, I went to the show, and we got acquainted. We got reacquainted, and she ended up, her and her husband Wendell came to our house for dinner, and we just had a great time. I picked her up in my 1961 Cadillac, I might add. Do you remember that, Wanda?
Yeah, I think I do.
And I still have it. And so the next time you're in town, you'll get the 1961 Cadillac chauffeur from me. But anyway, welcome to the show. Wanda Jackson, the legendary queen of rockabilly.
Well, thank you very much. I feel quite honored.
Wanda, this is Johnny the Capo. I am the host of Viva ENT. You're going to hear a few voices today. You're going to hear Jerry, Brad, Eric, and our special guest today, Annette Jackson, in the studio. Now, I feel like I know you because I've heard your interviews and I've heard your voice a million times, especially on Elvis Radio.
Oh, really? Well, that's nice to know.
So now tell me, Wanda, we all know that your big influence to sing rockabilly was the King. Is that right?
Yes. Yeah, that's right.
All right. Tell us a little bit more about that.
Well, it's just that when I began recording, I did country, and I was still doing country when I began working with Elvis. But
did you say Elvis or did you say Elvis?
Elvis.
She's not falling for your tricks, Johnny.
Go ahead, Wanda.
Well, so anyway, in 1955, when I began working with them, it was like a perfect time to get involved because it was just starting, and he was just getting well known, and he was just concerned about me and my career, and he said, if you want to sell a lot of records, you're going to have to start doing this music. And I said, well, I can't do it because I'm country. He said, well, sure you can do it. And he said, you know, I'm country too.
Yeah, right.
But I said, well, I don't think I can. But he continued to tell me I could until I almost believed him, you know. And when I changed record companies from Decca to Capitol, I thought, well, this would be a good time to have my transition if I'm going to try this new music. So that's how I did it in, I'm not sure what year that would have been, 56.
Your first big hit was, correct me if I'm wrong, Jerry or Wanda, was Hard-Headed Woman, correct?
Well, that would have been 58.
Okay.
Yeah. Well,
Jump in, Jerry.
I learned it from Elvis's record.
Of course.
So I don't know who else recorded it, but it was a cover song for me. But I get a lot of mileage out of that.
Oh yeah, that was a smash hit for you. Plus, it was 1958 when Elvis recorded it. So, did you do it right about the same time?
Not long after, yeah.
Very
As soon
cool.
as I heard it, I learned it and recorded it.
Well, you must have known Party from the movie Loving You.
I knew the song, but I didn't know it from that movie.
You knew that afterwards, though.
Yeah, afterwards
Right.
I learned that. I learned it from the Collins kids. Had a version of it, and I thought, well, what a great song. And, of course, I didn't know that when I sang it, I'd be doing this growling, and that part of my singing hadn't been developed yet.
I think that one of the great tones of your voice is the growling part, And I was talking to my co-host earlier, Brad Buggles, and he really likes your voice. Brad, talk to
my
one.
Growl.
The growl.
It's pretty convincing. I'm going to say you learned it quite well.
Also, Wanda, you included in there the from Little Richard.
Let's have a party.
Yeah, I was a Little Richard fan, that's for sure.
Likewise, we all were.
I knew all of, and I got to sing with him a few years ago in Paris.
In Paris?
Yeah, we were doing I was there at the invitation of Cartier.
Cool. Cartier.
Doing, I don't know what they called it. It was the early days of rock and roll or something. And
so I know you
brought
did.
me in from Sydney, Australia, all the way to Paris.
Wow.
They interrupted a tour of mine. We shortened it a day so I could make it. And they just wanted me there to greet people and take pictures and what have you.
Oh.
And then Little Richard entertained.
Woo!
And we had, of course, I was on the bill, and people knew I was there, and also Tina Turner.
Oh, yeah. Oh, my gosh.
So he invited both of us up on the stage, and
I was at
with him.
I was at the New Year's Eve show, 1969/70, for the New Year's Eve show at the International Hotel. It was Ike and Tina Turner in the in the lounge, which was actually the size of a showroom. So there was a lot of there was a lot of excitement in the air. Ike and Tina Turner in 1969, Las Vegas. Quick question for you. Have you had a chance to have any encounters with the Beatles? Because I know you toured the world, London, Paris.
Right, and I toured with, of course, for many years I worked off and on with Carl Perkins, but we did a tour together.
Well, the Beatles love Carl.
In Germany, and Paul McCartney invited him. We had a day off.
That's correct.
Invited Carl down, and when I heard about it, I thought, gosh, I wish he'd invited me too. But he didn't, so I've never met him. He or Ringo, the living ones, I guess. Is Ringo still living?
Oh, yeah.
Matter of fact, he's going to be at the Columbia Winery.
Next month.
He's going to be at the Snoqualmie Casino here.
Yeah, he'll be here in Seattle
in
shortly.
Washington. He's still kicking.
Hey, Wanda, I've got a question for you. My name is Brad. I'm one of the co-hosts here.
Uh-huh.
When it went from time to record country to this new sound, how long did it take you to actually, develop it, or was it just something deep down inside of you?
Yeah, I didn't develop it. It just took the right song.
Gotcha.
The song brought it out. I know on my first session with Capitol, I did Hot Dog That Made Him Mad, and it had was a growling
Is
thing.
is it the same hot dog, the Presley hot dog song?
No.
Different song. Okay.
So Buck Owens had that hot dog.
Oh.
Yeah. No, mine's different. So, but anyway, that was the first, so that was 56.
So within a couple hours,
then I
just
recorded You Gotta Know. I Gotta Know. And it didn't have any growl in it, so it took another year or so to find Fujiyama Mama, and that's the one that did it.
Now that's the one that Brad was talking about when we walked in the studio today. Was the Fujiyama Mama?
Mm-hmm.
Great song.
Pretty wild song, yeah.
Fujiyama Mama.
I like the wild Wanda Jackson.
Yeah, he likes your rock and roll, rockabilly / growling type style.
Yeah, most people do.
I like that shy side of Wanda.
I'm wondering how influential Hank Thompson was, if at all, in getting you with Capitol.
Are you talking Hank Thompson, the guitar player?
Yes, well, the singer.
Okay.
Yes, Hank got me both of my recording contracts. The first one in 54 was the Decca, and then it ran for 2 years. And they wanted to pick up the option, but I don't know exactly how I got out of that, but I did, and because I wanted to go to Capitol, and Hank had already talked to Ken Nelson again about me. He'd talked to him first in 54, and Ken said girls didn't sell records, so he wasn't interested in me.
Yeah.
But
Was he wrong?
Yeah, by 56, he was interested then.
It's funny because on today's market, the girls or the females or the almost dominate the charts. Wouldn't you say, Eric?
That's true. I'm not sure they dominate it, but
they're pretty close.
Sure a lot more of them.
Let me bring in Eric C.C. Ryder on this one. What do you think, Eric, on that comment?
Yeah, I mean, they're certainly at least as successful as the men these days. Yeah.
At least 50-50, maybe even a little bit more. It seems like when I listen to Top 40 radio now, it seems to me that most artists are female.
At least half.
At least half. At least half. There you go.
Radio, after about 3 or 4 songs, if they don't play a girl, I'm off of that station.
Yeah,
Well, and not for any statement making or anything. I just think their performances are more exciting. I don't know.
Yeah.
I
guess because I'm a girl, no doubt.
Well, speaking of modern music, you made an album with Jack White from the White Stripes not that long ago.
Oh my gosh!
Called "The Party Ain't Over." We heard one of the songs, "Shaking All Over."
Was that what that was?
That's right.
Oh,
Yes,
that was impressive.
Great music, and just wondering, what was that experience like? How did that come to be?
Well, it was a wonderful experience. I found out that he was a fan of mine, and my publicist worked until he got a hold of him personally, which is pretty hard to do, but he did, and
he's a busy
asked
man.
if he would sing a duet with me.
Wow.
And Jack told him he wasn't interested in singing with me, but he'd like to do an album on me, so that's how it all started.
And you did that probably at Third Man Records in Nashville.
I did. That's Jack has his own.
Yeah, he had Jerry Lee Lewis in to do one also.
Now,
yes.
Bring me up to date.
Lynn.
Bring me up to date on this, Jerry. Who's this fellow, Jack White?
Jack White, he had a
fella?
band called the White Stripes.
Okay, now that's the guy. He's kind of like an Elvis persona, isn't he? He's tall. He dresses kind of like the King.
No, I wouldn't say that. But I can tell you he has been as important in the resurgence of vinyl as maybe any one person I can think of.
But
I think so too.
to Johnny's point, he did play Elvis in the movie Walk Hard.
Yes, he did.
He had a cameo playing Elvis, so I could see a connection there for sure.
Yeah.
What I'm saying is, every time I've seen the guy on the Grammy Awards or whatever show he's on, he definitely has an Elvis persona or look. Am I right, Eric?
I think there's definitely a connection there.
There you go. Now, see, I'm going with
I
Eric.
knew them both personally
Oh, cool.
and worked with both of them personally.
Not everyone can
So
say that.
So maybe
I
that.
have to tell you that I've said it in almost every interview. There's something about Jack White that reminds me a whole lot of Elvis.
There you go. Yeah, Eric C.C. Ryder. There you go, Brad Buckles.
I didn't doubt you. I'm just saying Jack White is phenomenal. He's
Right.
He's
He
incredible.
I like his style.
A charisma about him, just like Elvis.
That's
did.
correct. And let me tell you what, with that recording of "Shaking All Over" that you did, and Jack White was part of that recording. Did he produce that? Who played the guitar on that?
Jack did.
Holy mackerel! I almost swore. I almost swore, Eric.
Thank you for not swearing. But yeah, a phenomenal guitar player, and the record turned out fantastic. The Party Ain't Over, well worth checking out.
Oh, it's iconic.
Yeah,
I love
think
that
it's
sound.
Probably my best album, Jerry.
yeah. Jack White definitely an Elvis type image with the black leather and the black hair and.
Wanda, so are you working on something new?
Oh yeah, I've just been down with a lot of physical problems.
Oh no!
This year, just like a bad knee and a bad foot. It's not anything serious, but I have to go through therapy and
Oh no!
had 6 operations recently.
Where are you living now? What city are you living?
What are we talking about here?
I mean,
talking about one thing, or I live in Oklahoma City.
Oh, okay. Because I was going to send a limousine to take you to the hospital. Just kidding.
Well, you can if you like.
Wanda Wendell mentioned something to me a couple days ago that you might be returning to Washington, maybe Seattle or elsewhere nearby, and we certainly would want to know anything about that you could tell us, because we will beat the drum and let everyone know about any shows that you do here.
Well, of course, I don't know the actual date. Just a moment. Wendell, where's that information on the date?
So it sounds like she's coming up to Seattle.
I think it's November the 18th. I'm coming.
To Seattle?
Well,
next month?
November the 18th. You're going to be there at the EMT.
Oh, my gosh.
Sky.
Yeah.
That's big time.
EMT Sky.
Sky Church. Sky Church.
With the Dusty 45.
With the Dusty 45.
That is
very cool.
That's a big announcement, because the EMP and the Sky Church is a very popular venue here. And
Yeah.
I'm going to make sure that everybody here is there at the show. So is that on your Facebook page?
I don't do the computer. I'm sorry. I don't care for it. I got into it, but I didn't like it, so I quit. But,
It's a bad habit to start.
Sounds like a title of a song.
It would never be a habit for me, but nevertheless.
We're down to about.
It would be on my Facebook to answer your question.
Very good, Wanda Jackson.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, Wanda.
My granddaughter keeps that up for me, and she books.
She books you. She keeps you straight.
Yeah.
Now, Wanda, we're down to a few minutes now. I really want to thank Jerry for bringing you on the show today. It's fabulous to have you on the air live here in Seattle. especially since you got a concert coming up in November at the EMP. That's fabulous.
Well, thank you.
Well, no,
And you asked about future things.
Well, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to make sure that you have a limousine waiting for you here in Seattle to take care of you. So make sure your producer, your granddaughter, gets a hold of me, Johnny the Capo. You can go to my Facebook, Viva Talk Radio. We'll have a limousine waiting for you, Wanda Jackson.
Well, Wendell has my contact information, too.
Okay, good. Brad, do you have any questions for Wanda?
I just wanted to ask Wanda what some of her favorite influences were. I'm so impressed by everything you've said and everything I've been listening to over the last day or two. You have a huge new fan in Seattle.
I'm saying, let's have a party.
Well, in the very beginning, it was a couple of gals, singers that you may or may not know. Rose Maddox.
Of course.
Oh, yeah.
When I was a little girl, I saw her and
I know her.
loved her and the way she worked. And so that's when I decided I was going to be a singer.
Cool.
And
I remember Rose Maddox.
One of the first influences after I had been singing a little while on the radio and, fairs and things in Oklahoma. It was Charlene Arthur. She
toured with Elvis.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. She was...
We're down to 2 minutes. Please tell our listeners here in Seattle how to access your information.
Well, it's just WandaJackson.com.
Cool.
I guess that's my Facebook.
WandaJackson.com and Wanda Jackson on
That's not
Facebook.
And her music is available on iTunes also.
I've been listening to her on Spotify all
Right,
day.
and you can Google me. There's a lot of...
You're all over the place, sister.
Right.
Mhm.
I kind of am.
Yeah, that's a good thing. Well, you know why? Because you're the queen of rockabilly. You've done wonderful in your career. It's a pleasure to have you on our show. You're one of the biggest stars we've ever had on the show. Thank you so much for being on our show, Viva ENT, Wanda Jackson.
Okay.
You are the queen of rockabilly, and thank you, Jerry. Thank you so much for bringing her on.
Oh, my pleasure. It's good to be talking to you again, Wanda.
What
Yeah.
a treat. Thank you so much. What a treat.
For having me.
Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of Viva ENT, you're listening to Keeping Rock and Roll Alive here. Johnny the Couple, Brad, the Guru of Weddings Buckles, Mr. Eric C.C. Ryder, our special guest, Annette Jackson. We'll dig you now and see you later because you are a fine, sweet potato. Thank you so much, and good afternoon. This is Johnny the Gangster with Viva Productions, King of Entertainment, one-stop shop for all your entertainment needs. We have DJ service for weddings, corporate, and private events. Thrill your guests with Vegas Nights Casino Party, blackjack, craps, roulette, poker, and more. We also have event photography and limousine service. Call Viva Productions 206-542-5733 or find us at viva-productions.com. A little less conversation, a little more action, you got it. Call Johnny the Gangster. I'll make you a deal you can't refuse.
Life's a celebration. Grand Event Rentals makes your event their top priority. They are your full-service, special event, and party rental provider, supplying everything you need from start to finish. Their professional sales team and event staff work with you to create your dream event. With every event, Grand Event Rentals customers' needs are the most important. Whether you're planning an intimate outdoor wedding or an elaborate black tie gala, the Grand Event Rental specialists make great pride in providing our event planning experience to help create an unforgettable event. Please go and visit the Bellevue showroom, Grand Event Rentals, or make a one-on-one appointment. Talk to them. They're trained, they're knowledgeable, they're event specialists, and they are going to take you through step-by-step everything that you need to make your day a success. Call Grand Event Rentals. Their number's 425-462-7368, or go to grandeventrentals.com.